Program to honor the greatest hitter in White Sox franchise history. And today we celebrate this legend, Frank Thomas, by officially retiring his uniform number 35.
With the Big Hurts number now in his rightful place among former White Sox greats, Sox fans now turn their attention to the Yankees, where a rubber match is up for grabs. It's White Sox baseball on Frank Thomas Day next on Comcast Sportsnet. From the beautiful city, Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Alex Rios, A.J. Pierzynski and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Derek Jeter and the New York Yankees. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrell. Since we get set to bring you the finale of this three-game set, it will be the rubber match. In the opener, Sox won at 9-4. Freddie Garcia was just awesome. Then last night, Johnny Danks, who was just a terrific young left-hander, went out there, had a lot of control problems. Walks just beat us. They won at 12-9. Sox kept trying to come back, just couldn't quite get there. But this afternoon, Gavin Floyd on the bump.
Kevin Floyd's 9-10 this year with an ERA just under 4. And last time out against Baltimore, he was absolutely brilliant. We're going to need more of the same today because this is a big game. We've fallen 4.5 games in back of Minnesota. You certainly want to take 2 or 3 from New York. And Teixeira might not play. He's in the opening lineup, but we'll see when the game starts. And as far as Gavin is concerned, he's got to get that curveball over early. On the other side of the field, we've got Ivan Nova, who's making his second Major League start, 4th appearance overall. He's a big, strong right-hander, has a fastball upwards of 97 miles an hour, has a tendency to roll the curveball on occasion. Hopefully he'll roll a few today. It's very hot. It's going to be a lively ballpark, and let's go out and get him.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
congratulations on your day. You're one of the greatest hitters to ever play this game. Enjoy it. You earned it. All the guys in here are proud of you. You're a fun guy to play with. It was an honor to play by a few years here in Chicago. Enjoy it.
You're watching the White Sox and Yankees on Comcast Sportsnet, presented by Allstate. What a beautiful day today. And Hawk, you were just outstanding as a master of ceremonies. I know that you viewed each and every moment of Frank's illustrious White Sox career. And once your name is up on that wall and your number retired, it's got to be one of the great days you've ever experienced.
Frank had a lot of tears in his eyes, had a lot of emotion. It came... All this was a culmination of 15 great years in a White Sox uniform where, in my opinion, and your opinion as well, he is definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. And only one of 4 guys to put so many records in the book. Frank Thomas, Mel Ott, Babe Ruth, and Ted Williams, one of only 4 guys to do that. So it's a beautiful day for him.
Great day for Frank Thomas and a great day to beat the Yankees. And let's see how Joe Girardi is going to line up his Bronx Bombers. They're tied for first with Tampa. They lead off with Gardner in left, then it's Jeter, Swisher, Cano, Timms, Granderson, Kearns, Nunez, who had a big night last night, and Francisco Cervelli catching and hitting 9th. The defense and how they line up behind Gavin Floyd, left to right, it's Pierre, Rios, and Jones in the infield, Vizquel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko. A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate, and the Toyota starting pitcher is Gavin Floyd. He's trying to even it up at 10s. In this, his 27th start of the year. Got to get that curveball over. If he does that, he should be in good shape. The conditions at game time, 87 degrees with humidity at 54%. The wind out of the south at 10 to 15 miles an hour will be a big factor today. And the forecast is for a big day for the Big Hurt and a big win over a very good Yankee team who is tripled up right now. This is a good time to be getting them. The umpires for the game this afternoon is Tim Sheeta behind the plate. Bob Davidson is at first. Alfonso Marquez is at second. And Tim Timmons will handle the duties at third base. Last time out, Gavin Floyd was brilliant against the Orioles. Went 7 innings, gave up a couple of earned runs, got the win in that one. And so we are ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to White Sox Baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet. So happy you could join us for the rubber match of this 3-game set. Brett Gardner will lead it off. Gardner comes in hitting at 286, 5 homers. He has driven in 40. 6th and final meeting of the year between these two teams. In the first 5, Yankees have won 3. And first pitch, strike on the outside corner. Yankees at 79 and 50, tied with Tampa Bay. They come in hitting at 269 as a club with a 3.94 ERA.
Better keep this man off base because he is most of their base running attack.
He is 36 for 43. He is a scooter.
And in the infield, you can't take too long. With that in mind, Ramirez is close at shortstop.
Watch out. And the count 1-2. And here at beautiful US Cellular Field before a capacity crowd. 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center.
Sometimes not quite enough pine tar. Unfortunately, that one just rolls in front of the dugout.
Outfield around to the left. Close to being equidistant. Curveball. He gone.
That's a Floyd curveball that he has to have to be successful, and he drops this one over the outside corner. The fact that he has such a good one to the first hitter should bode well for Gavin today.
That'll bring up the captain of the Yankees, Derek Jeter, hitting at 272, 10 homers. He's driven in 59.
Derek 1 for 9 in this series. Oh, and 1 to count. Lifetime against Gavin. Derek has faced him 11 times. He has 3 hits.
The fact that Gavin has gotten ahead of both the first 2 hitters is another very good sign for him.
Ate him up right there. Flair. Andrew. 2 down.
If you go strike 1, then you can go and throw it inside, and you pretty much force a hitter to swing at it. Jeter tried inside outing it, but didn't get anything into it.
Very lively crowd here on Frank Thomas Day.
Mark Teixeira was in the original starting lineup, but he still has a very sore thumb, and so at the last moment they took him down and moved Swisher up into the 3 spot.
Here's Swisher. Had a good first 2 games, 4 for 8, a couple of homers. He's knocked in 5. Comes in hitting at .294 with 24 long ones and 75 driven in. And that's chop foul. So the count evens at 1. And of course the new face on the wall out there, number 35, the big hurt, Frank Thomas. Stay right there, and he'll grab a little bench.
Well, he has some problems with the off-speed pitches, and he's not going to hit the breaking ball low and in. There you see the disparity. Much more powerful hitter left-handed. We've seen him take the ball out to all fields from the left side.
They going back in there, and there's a base hit. He just muscles it right back through the middle. That was the fastball. Really not a bad pitch after that preceding slider down and in. But he's swinging a hot bat.
And that ball was low on the inner portion of the plate. But Swisher, who has pretty much hit everything this series, except for the real good curveball, takes it back through the middle, and the inning stays alive for a very tough second baseman.
Cano hitting at .323. 25 homers. He's driven in 87. 3 for 9 in the series. Outfield shading around to the left as there's first pitch strike. Yankees come in at 37-28 on the road. They are 42-22 at home.
They find themselves in a very tough race with Tampa Bay. Dead even. And we're heading towards September.
And that's low. 1-1 to count.
Take a look at the standings in the East, and the Red Sox lost to the Rays last night. They fall 5.5 games back. It is becoming apparent that the wild card is going to come out of the East, and so if the Red Sox are going to make it, they're going to have to beat those 2 teams ahead of them head to head.
2 out. Swisher at first. And of course, after this game, we will board our charter going down to Cleveland. We'll have a 3-game set there, then an off day on Thursday. 3 in Boston, and finish up that road trip. 4 in Detroit. Yankees will go home for a 10-game homestand. And the 1-1. Got away with a mistake right there. Up out over the plate.
Well, Gavin's paying a lot of attention to Swisher at first. And that was not a good pitch. Swisher doesn't run very often, and when he does, he's not successful. 1 stolen base in 3 attempts. We've got to worry about Cano here.
Cano, one of the best talents in the game. He is something. Last year hit .320, 25 homers, and drove in 85. And right now, because of the injury to Alex Rodriguez, he's the cleanup hitter on the Bronx Bombers. Tried to backdoor him, goes around the plate, and the count evens at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the top of the first if you're just tuning in on Frank Thomas Day.
Third in the league in hits. Josh Hamilton having just a wonderful season, and Ichiro trying to get to that 200 hit mark once again. And you can't very well doubt him at this point.
And the 2-2. Breaking ball, chopper, Beckham, and that'll do it. Nothing across. There was a hit. No errors. 1 left after a half inning of play. It's the Yankees, nothing in. The good guys coming to bat.
The plate, Ramirez, Tian, and Beckham. The defense, and how they'll line up behind Nova, left to right, Gardner, Granderson, and Kearns. In the infield, Nunez, Jeter, Cano, and Swisher. Cervelli behind the plate, and Ivan Nova on the hill. A big young right-hander. This is his second major league start. First start against Toronto, he threw the ball pretty well. Has a tendency to roll the curveball on occasion, but the fastball can go upwards of 97, 98.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. As Juan Pierre gets set to lead it off. Juan having a good series, 4 for 9. And he scored 3 runs. Juan comes in, 50 stolen bases. So Nunez in on the grass at third. You got Swisher even with the bag and well off the line at first. 6'4" right-hander, Ivan Nova.
And the first thing you have to make him do, because you know there's a lot of adrenaline in the youngster, is make him get the ball over the plate.
There's the strike and the count 1-1. Outfield short, well around to the left. And that's up high. 2 balls and a strike. And there's a chopper 2 hopper. Cano's got him, and out number 1. Sox come in hitting at 270 as a team, with a 4.01 team ERA. Sox 38-26 here at home. But as we speak, 4.5 games back in Minnesota.
What a year for Omar Vizquel. Those numbers are really impressive when you consider he's 43 years old.
Takes first pitch strike. He's 2 for 4 with a couple of RBIs. That was in game 1. As that's chopped foul. And very quickly to count 0-2.
Cervelli hasn't called for the curveball yet. So with all fastballs, he's getting them over.
And that's out of play. Sox with that 270 average. 4th in the American League. Minnesota leading with 279. Kansas City and Texas tied at 274. And then our Sox. They've come a long way.
Well, the offense that was dormant for the better part of the first 2 months now has really started to heat it up.
Got him. 2 down.
There's that curveball we've been talking about.
So with 2 out, let's check out our Dodge. Our picks to click, and you at home now can play with us. All you got to do is tune in to Felco pregame live to see Ozzy's lineup, and then click on. Today, Sox fans watching at home that voted for Juan Pierre. Jim Angio, our director and crew, are taking AJ Pierzynski. Stone Pony's going with Mark Tien and Dr. Scott Thomas and all the great folks down at Memorial Hospital in South Bend, Indiana. And we're going to go with Alexa Ramirez. 0-2 the count to Alex. Alex hitting at 291, 18 homers, 74 driven in. As I mentioned, 6'4", 210 pounds, out of San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic.
They signed him as an undrafted free agent back in the middle of July of 2004. This is his first shot at the big leagues. And the description is that he's not afraid of anything.
A 1-2-3 inning for Ivan Nova, and after 1, no score.
.21 home runs. B, lifetime .301 average. C, .419 on base percentage. Or D, 1,704 runs batted in. Text A, B, C, or D to 53695. Stick around for the U.S. Cellular White Sox postgame live for final results, or visit csnchicago.com.
No score, top of the second. It'll be Timms, Granderson, and Kearns to face Gavin Floyd. Gavin 1-0 lifetime against the Yankees. Timms with a big afternoon, or evening, I should say, last night. Couple of home runs. And 3 RBIs. Takes that pitch up high.
Timms hit a hanging breaking ball and a fastball that wasn't quite high enough out of the park.
And if you missed it, poof.
0-2 pitch. John wanted a little higher. That was a slider that hung. They both wound up long gone.
Tim's 33-year-old veteran, and the 2-1 delivery. There's a strike. Tim Cheetah behind the plate. He is one of the best in the game. Good pitch. And on the fist, just did get a piece of it. Sox, as I mentioned, will board their charter, head on over to Cleveland after the game. Tomorrow night, Mark Burley against Mitch Talbot. Talbot has given us fits this year. And that game will be over WGN. On Tuesday, Edwin Jackson against Justin Masterson. And it is 1-0 Yankees. He got another mistake, a cookie right there. As we said yesterday, he is just a good mistake hitter. You make mistakes, he gets you. You make decent pitches, you get him.
And that's the reason he is still in the major leagues. His 9th home run, his 3rd in less than 24 hours. RBI number 25. And just like that, a 1-0 Yankee lead. Gavin tried to throw a curveball, but he got under it. And that's why it just came up there spinning, and high hangers go there.
So here's Granderson. Chops that one foul. Anderson comes in at 245, 14 homers, 41 driven in. 0 for 6 in this series, and lifetime against Gavin, 7 for 26 with a homer. That ball hammered. Nice play by Alex. He made that one look easy. That ball was knuckling going out there.
It was hit so hard that Alex at first was fooled. Kind of took the circuitous route, but able to make the play. And watch him here as he turns over the other shoulder and just coasts under it. Nice play.
That'll bring up the right fielder Austin Kearns, hitting at 275 with the Yankees. A couple of homers. He's driven in 6. There is season's numbers with Cleveland and New York. Takes it low and away. That home run by Tim's the 13th that Gavin has thrown this year. That strike evens the count at 1. Sox, if we missed that game last night, were trailing 6-1 after 3 innings. Came back, made it a 6-5 game. And then a big 4 spot in the 5th inning. All those runs coming with 2 outs. Got to get the bullpen fixed.
Well, that's a huge factor, and hopefully it won't be too long for Matt Thornton or J.J. Putz. If they come back and come back the same as they were before they got hurt, we're going to be in good shape. But in the meantime, a lot of struggles out there. Gavin fighting his control down here.
A full count to Kearns. Kearns last night 0 for 4 with a walk, and with that walk he scored. The issue, 9 walks in that game last night. Walks just absolutely killed us. There, he got a cookie to hit, and thank goodness it was way out in front of him.
We get a shot before of Eduardo Nunez, who had 3 hits last night. Banner night for him. That ball is up and out over the plate. Kearns a little too quick on it.
There's a chopper. Paulie, you can see that
Absolutely.
Paulie turned that one into a bad hop.
Yeah, I think when Paul went over, he tried to actually do what he does on low throws, skip to first, which is backhand. This is a play where if he gets in front of it and just catches it, they're going to get Kearns from the right side, who's not all that fast going up the line.
So the 5th error for Paulie this year, who has just been nothing short of outstanding at first base. But he misplayed that one. And here is Nunez, 3 for 4 with a homer and 4 RBIs last evening.
We saw Nunez take inside fastballs and shoot them into right field.
We saw him take a fastball and hit it out of here to left.
Yes, he did. His first major league home run.
Alexei, nice play, shovel, yes! What a double play started by Alexei Ramirez, and a terrific turn by Gordon Beckham. Mercy! And that'll do it, but the homer by Timms will go to the bottom of the second. It is 1-0 Yankees. Wow!
To his left, up the middle, the glove flip, the bare hand, throw in one motion, the pick at first base, everything going on, and an end result is a spectacular double play and out of the inning.
A 1-0 Yankee lead. Marcus Timms got a hanger and hurt it.
Nova has given up one home run this year. And overall, he's had almost pinpoint control. He's only given up one walk. He's spanned 6 in 9 1/3 innings, covering 2 relief outings, and this being his second major league start.
So it'll be Konerko, Andrew Jones, and A.J. Pierzynski. Takes first pitch, strike at 94. Paulie hitting at .319, 32 homers, 92 driven in. If we can get our act together, win this division in the last 3 weeks of the season, which I think we're going to do, then Paul Konerko all of a sudden has thrust himself right into the MVP race.
There's no doubt he's going to wind up with probably 110 runs driven in, maybe more with a hot September.
Breaking ball, strike, and the count 1-2.
Paul's taking a look at a few pitches. He's never seen Nova before, and you can watch all the tape you want. It's just not the same until you actually see that fastball move, and you can see if he has any deception or not in his delivery.
Checks it up, and the count evens at 2.
Ball hit hard. Jeter. Nice play for the 36-year-old veteran. 1 out. And a reminder, prorated White Sox season ticket plans are still available for the remainder of the season, and fans that purchase the final 16 games and place a deposit towards 2011 will receive the opportunity to purchase 2010 postseason tickets. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. Andrew Jones had a big game last night. 3 for 3, a homer, 2 RBIs. A 2-run homer made it a 6-5 game.
At that point, things were looking pretty good because Sabathia didn't have real good stuff to that point. But then he just kept getting stronger.
And that homer coming in the 4th inning. You missed it?
Andrew got one down and out over the plate and made it a 1-run game.
1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, that's fair. And that's out number 2.
There's a look at CeCe. Saw him walking in today. Unless you stand next to him, you can't get a real good feeling for just how big a man he is.
He looks a lot bigger in his stats.
There's no doubt. 18-5. What a year it's been for him. Could conceivably culminate in a Cy Young Award.
So here's AJ. AJ hitting at .254, 6 homers. He's driven in 42. Takes a strike, and that evens the count at 1.
Well, Joe Girardi was talking about Nova before the game, and he said if he comes and has a good performance today, he would think about perhaps moving Burnett for a time in the bullpen to work out his difficulties. Because until Andy Pettitte gets back, with Burnett doing what he's been doing, which is largely not much in August. In fact, the last 2 Augusts, he has yet to win a baseball game in pinstripes.
That's up and in.
AJ looking out at the mound. And Nova looking right back at it.
That ball really wasn't that far inside.
Nope. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Nova had a little problem with Jose Bautista.
He did.
In his first start.
Buzzed him up and in. And Bautista, and a lot more. And Bautista did not have a good rest of the day.
So here is the payoff pitch. Back to the middle, that's the way if you feel like somebody's throwing you a little high neck in. So you can cancel a post-game show.
AJ's starting to swing the bat a whole lot better, and this fastball out away. Taken right back up the middle to keep the inning alive. So after 5 straight retired, AJ breaks it up early.
There's Alexi, 3 for 9 in the series with a homer. Alexi hitting at .288, 15 homers, 55 knocked in. Starts him over the changeup.
At the stage that Nova is in, he's probably not going to shake off Cervelli too many times.
Fouls that one back, and very quickly it's 0-2.
He got a good pitch to hit right there, and a little quick out in front.
And Cervelli steps out just to tell Nova to finish off that breaking ball. We told you early that he rolls a few breaking balls. That was one of them, but unfortunately, no solid contact by Alexei.
Two out, and once again the 0-2. And out and around on that one. Run on 2 hits for the Yankees, no runs on 1 hit for our Sox here in the bottom of the second if you're just tuning in.
Last night Sabathia gave the Yankees a good solid 7. But then it took 4 pitchers and finally Mariano Rivera to subdue our offense.
Breaking ball just misses in the count, 1-2.
A little later on, it's going to be Minnesota at Seattle. And because they're throwing Pavano against French, this would be a very good game to win.
Got him. And that'll do it. Nothing across. There was a hit by AJ. 1 left after 2. It's 1-0 Yankees.
I've ever seen in my life. I'm not going to say a player because you wasn't a good player. You was a good hitter. And to me, I feel proud for this day, and I feel very pleased to be with you here. Congratulations. Enjoy it. And they're going to be the first celebration we're going to have because the next one is Hall of Fame bumper.
That's right. First ballot Hall of Famer is joining us in the booth right now. Is number 35. And Hurt, look at that 35 out there on that board.
I tell you what.
There forever, buddy.
It broke me down out there, Huck. Looking at you, and I just lost it. I told everybody it's going to be strong today. And, man, as soon as I saw your face and saw that picture on the wall, I just broke down. It was heartfelt. And the first thing you think about is your mom and your dad, especially my dad. He's going to practice with me every day. He always pushed me. And he was right. I'm just so happy and so proud. God bless him.
Well, the reception that you had from the crowd was overwhelming.
I couldn't believe it.
Absolutely
I
overwhelmed.
mean, I walked on the field at 12:30, and they were standing there just cheering and yelling, and I was, man, my knees quivered the whole talk. I couldn't believe my knees were just quivering so much out there.
And the good part about it is that it's not that warm today, and I know with that suit and tie you got on, you're going to drop about a good 10 today.
Starting, I lost at least 10, maybe 12.
Well, the White Sox want to announce that you're going to be a statue next year. Not you personally, but they're going to erect one to you. And wanted to let you know that. That's just great.
That's a shot right down the line by Francisco Cervelli. So he starts it off here in the top of the third with a double. Well, they better get the order in early. They're going to make it life-size, I'll tell you that.
Matter of fact, they've already measured me, and I'm so proud. I mean, this town has meant so much to me, this franchise, this organization. It's just, to feel like I'm going to be here forever. And I'm speechless, really. I'm so touched today. I probably haven't cried this much in years since my father passed away. And that just, there was that touching, and these fans mean so much to me here in Chicago.
Well, for 15 years, you meant a lot to them, too. Big Frank, the greatest hitter of this franchise and one of the greatest hitters in the history of the game. As I mentioned earlier, only four guys in the history of this game. As we get to it after the pitch, to Gardner, and there's a strike. With a 300 average, 300 or better, 500 or more home runs, 1,500 or more RBIs, more than 1,000 runs scored, 1,500 or more walks. And those were Mel Ott, Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, and the big hurt, Frank Thomas. That is awesome right there. So you did your thing to deserve the adulation and the ovations that you got today.
Well, I'll tell you what, just being here that whole 15-year period and watching the organization go from where we were to where we're at now, I mean, it's just truly amazing. I was happy I was here in the bad times and the good times, and just to see this top-notch organization, really what it is right now.
Well, if you want to go in chronology, so to speak, in chronological order, you can trace the ascent of the White Sox with the arrival of Frank Thomas. Just like the Yankees, you can trace the ascent of the Yankees with the arrival of Derek Jeter. So you have been the franchise player, so to speak. And there's a base hit back to the middle by Gardner. What new? Here comes Cervelli. He's going to score, and very quickly it's 2-0.
Frank, when you were going through those years, I mean, year after year, going through what you went through, which is regarded as, if not the best hitter, one of the best two in baseball. Did you ever think, number one, that it would come to the point where your number would be retired, you'd be up on the wall, and in our estimation, both Hawk and I feel the same way, a first ballot Hall of Famer? Did that ever occur to you?
Not at all. I really wanted to work hard and be the best that I possibly can be. I just felt with this fan base, and I've been a nut working so hard day in and day out because I felt that pressure of being great every day. I didn't feel like I could take games off because I was spotlighted. I mean, I couldn't take a day off. The pressure was enormous. I thrived on it. I enjoyed it. And I said some things back then just because. I put myself in the spot saying that I can do these things and want to carry that torch day in and day out. So I put that pressure on myself. Things worked out. And, man, just to be on that wall today, I'm overwhelmed, overjoyed, and just pretty much speechless.
Well, I told you, my grandkids, they're going to read the numbers that you put up. And when they talk to me about it, what I'm going to tell them is not about the numbers. I'm going to tell them the thing that I loved about Frank Thomas. He played hurt. He played every day. He played through pain that nobody knew about, and he never dogged it. That's what I'm going to tell my grandkids.
Well, like I told you before, Hawk, that's what they brought me here for. And I told you, I felt like I had to get it done. And I used to talk to Herm many nights. I said, Herm, I got to play tomorrow. There's many days I shouldn't play the next day, but Herm would stay here late night with me, and that's why I had to say something to him today. He would stay here late night, 12, 1 o'clock at night in the ice tub and get me right. So it's been a long grind here, long time. I'm just so proud now to watch this organization fighting for the championship every year now because of what we started in the early 90s.
Right. Well, the two guys that I recall spending the most time with Herm Schneider trying to get Hermie to get them ready were you and Bo Jackson.
Oh, yeah. Both of us spent a lot of time in there, but there were just so many great players here the whole time.
They're going to double him up, 2 down.
just the whole time. And a lot of the guys couldn't get here today. My man Rock, believe it or not, he's having twins at 49 right now, and his wife's bedridden. He couldn't make it. He really wanted to come. Ray Durham, One Dog, Les Johnson. You know, I just picked a bad weekend to have Frank Thomas Day, because it seems like now I'm realizing that people have lives now. You know, all the guys were taking their kids to college today and everything else. And Robin Ventura, he was taking his daughter, driving down. He called me and said what was going on. So I'm just proud, man. These guys, they felt bad. But that's why I included all of them, because they meant so much to me. Without them, it wouldn't have been to me. And they sacrificed so much for me also.
And there it is.
Wow.
Threw out the first pitch.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Arms feel good?
No.
I felt the same way in Baltimore.
It's been shot a long time ago. We got everything out of that thing. That's what Ozzy's messing with me. Ozzy used to be on me every day. Come on here, let's go throw and work. You know, because he was amazing at shortstop. He made me look good day in and day out, catching some of the balls I threw down at him.
All right, pop-up. Omar will take care of it. They do put another run on the board. Big man, congratulations.
Thanks, Hog. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys. Thank you and Stoney.
Congratulations, Frank.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
It is 2-0 New York. Himself a 2-run lead. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Yankees, no runs on 1 hit for our Sox here in the bottom of the 3rd inning in the finale of this homestand and this rubber match of this 3-game set. Well, the bottom of the lineup killed us last night, and here's the Valley. Starts it off with a double on top of this inning, and then Gardner knocks him in.
Well, then there's a break, because you're probably not going to throw out Gardner. It was a hit and run, and Jeter lined it softly, and Gordon turned it into a double play. So some breaks in that 3rd inning to escape with just the 1 run. Now it's up to the offense to come back against a very talented youngster, Ivan Nova.
Mark Teahen hitting at .273, 4 homers. He's driven in 20. Takes first pitch strike. You know, I was just sitting here thinking, Stone Pony and Big Frank, when he got here, I remember his first hit, the triple in Milwaukee County Stadium. There's a strike in the count, 1-2, but I was just thinking, I don't think I've ever, now this is not on the air, but off the field, I don't think I've ever been tougher on a White Sox player than I was on Frank Thomas.
Because you saw that much potential?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I used to wear him out all the time. We'd be on the planes. He'd come up, sit down, we'd talk. As Teahen strikes out,
Cervelli. So the strikeout, 2-3.
Career with the White Sox over 15 seasons. Take a look at those numbers. Mighty impressive across the board.
So here's Beckham. Yeah, but he was something. As I said, you can chart the. Of course, we had the great season in '83. Won a divisional title, won 99 games. Then after that, things went south. The organization was floundering. And then the big hurt arrived on the scene at the big league level in 1990. And since that time, just check it out. From 1990, I believe, until 1998, that period of 9 years right there. The only team that won more games than Chicago White Sox were the Atlanta Braves.
It's pretty select company. Seeing as they won 14 straight division titles starting, I believe, in '92.
Yep. Boy, when he was talking about Robin and Rock and all those guys. There's a good shot down the line. Kearns will get over quickly. He was playing him that way, so he is held to the single. But the one out base hit by Beckham.
We have to go back and consider, though, that there was one guy that brought 4 #1 draft choices in a row to the Sox organization, and that was Al Goldis.
Al Goldis was very, very key and instrumental in the success and resurgence, so to speak, of the Chicago White Sox.
Well, Jack McDowell, Frank Thomas, Robin Ventura, Alex Fernandez, 4 consecutive #1 draft choices, all became stars. I'm not sure if that will ever happen again.
Al Goldis was unique in the respect that he, in spring training, could tell you the name of every player in camp. Minor league player, every name. He could name him, tell you about his background, the whole bit. And they all talked to him like he was like a surrogate father, so to speak. That pitch up high and the count 2-0.
Well, after the second hit of the game, Nova in the stretch and having some problems with location to Juan Pierre.
There's the strike. And a reminder, every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. Each Friday home game, one lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental U.S. that United Airlines flies. United, proud to fly the Chicago White Sox. Cy Polk, Mike, Bobby, and the guys. They'll be taking care of us today. A lot of room between Kearns and that right field line. And that's chopped foul. So the count 2-2. Yankees just joining us. The run in the second. Leadoff homer by Marcus Thames, his 9th of the year. 3rd of the series. And he added one top half of this frame. Got him. 2 down.
Got him on a straight change that Juan thought was up and away. Jim Sheeta thought it was good enough. And you can understand with Cervelli yanking it down that he thought it might have been high.
So here's Omar. He struck out swinging his first trip. 5 strikeouts now for Ivan Nova.
One thing about these Yankee pitchers, they don't rush into anything.
It's amazing.
Apparently it comes with the uniform.
It's in the contract.
Cirelli goes out to talk with him.
I love Jorge Posada. He's over the years, just really grown to respect him as a performer. But I'll tell you what, he just drives me up the wall. He will take more time putting the numbers down and going out to the mound, back and out to the mound, back and out to the mound. But what a performer he has been for the Yankees. First and 30. And let's get something going with 2 out right here, Omar. That's up high. Alex Rios on deck. There's the bunt. Nova's got time. Takes it. Nice play by the rookie. Picked it up. Saw he had time. Made a good throw, and that'll retire the side. We'll go to the 4th, trailing by 2. Up and playing among former White Sox greats while being treated like a current Sox player at the White Sox Fantasy Baseball Camp, January 11th through the 16th, at the spring training home of the White Sox in Glendale, Arizona. So for more information, call 312-674-5444 or email us at fantasycamp@chysox.com.
This shapes up to be a tough inning for Gavin. Got to go right through the middle of the order. And we catch a break with Teixeira out of the order after he was initially penciled in. Now we have to take advantage of that.
That's into right field. Andrew, 1 pitch, 1 out. Home run at the Yankee Stadium.
No doubt. Long gone, by the way.
So here's Marcus Thames, got a hanging slider and did not miss it, leading off the second. And let's take a look at that if you missed it. A lot of guys going to hit that one out.
He doesn't miss many of those.
No, we discussed it yesterday. That's what he is. He's a good mistake hitter. He's dangerous, and he's a good mistake hitter. And that's what hitting, you know, you can make yourself a nice living and play a long time in the big leagues if you're a good mistake hitter. You make a decent pitch on him and you get it. Every now and then he might hit one, but very seldom. The 1-2. And a big White Sox shout out and happy birthday to Rochelle Rogowen. Happy birthday, Rochelle. Full count.
Well, this kind of was similar to what John Danks experienced last night. Getting hit 0-2, only to see the count fall to 3-2, and in many instances either walk the guy or give up a base hit.
So the first walk issued by Gavin. And that'll bring up Granderson, who hit just a screaming Mimi. I mean, it's knuckling, dancing all the way out there, and Alex Rios made it look easy on the play. A beautiful day here in the beautiful city. The only thing bad so far is the score. But we got plenty of time.
The reason why the Yankees got Granderson was he is primarily a pull hitter. And in their ballpark, he becomes very dangerous.
There's a strike. Last year in Detroit, hit 249, 30 homers, and drove in 71.
The Yankees always would say that Austin Jackson was not available until they had a chance to get Granderson. Jackson's now center fielder with Detroit.
He's having a heck of a year for him.
Well, he's very good now, and he's going to get a whole lot better.
Detroit leading Toronto 7-1 as we speak. Bottom of the 7th inning up at the Rogers Center. Cincinnati leading the Cubs 4-3, bottom of the 7th at the Great American Ballpark. And there's a base hit back through the middle. So the walk now standing on second base.
Here comes Don Cooper. He wants to talk with Gavin Floyd about what's been happening as he's fallen behind and his inability, once he does get ahead of the hitter, to wipe him out.
Well, that's one thing, not in Gavin's case, because he's been here now and has developed into a very fine major league pitcher. But a lot of youngsters, when they come to the big leagues, they find a rude awakening. Pitchers. They find it's pretty easy to get ahead of major league hitters. But it's very difficult to put them away.
Well, you can't strike out anybody on strike one. So to show him your best pitch on strike one doesn't make a great deal of sense.
Takes them a while to learn.
Yep.
So here's Austin Kearns. He reached on an error. Takes that one low and away. Top of the first in Texas as they host the Athletics. There's a strike. That's Gonzalez. Joe Gonzalez, 11-8 for the A's against Colby Lewis for the Rangers, who's 9-10. Texas comes in with an 8.5 game lead over Oakland. 2 on, 1 out. And the advantage now goes to Kearns. Cincinnati still holding a 4-game lead over the Cardinals.
And the Cardinals scuffling again against Washington. That has not been a good series for them.
They got smoked last night. They trailed 4-0, bottom of the 6th this afternoon. Omar. Can they turn it? Rack 'em up. That's the 3rd double play turned by the Sox. Meanwhile, we still trail it 2-0. And should have won it in 2000. But right here, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Yankees. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for our Sox. It'll be the heart of the order. Rios, Canerco, Andrew Jones, and Pierzynski, Ramirez.
The second time through now, they should have picked up the release point, the movement of the fastball, the fact that he throws a fairly hard straight change, and we'll see if it pays some dividends.
And sometimes you have some video on him from his only other major league start, but through the first 2 or 3 innings, you'll likely be able to get a tell on him. Not always, but sometimes. There's the strike and the count 2-1. Alex struck out his first trip, 1 of 5 registered thus far by Ivan Nova. That ball right field and is slicing into the seats. So the count evens at 2.
When Nova came up, because his first name is spelled I-V-A-N, they were asking him how you pronounce his name. And he said, well, it doesn't matter to me, pronounce it any way you want to. But then Mariano Rivera said there is nobody named Ivan in the Dominican Republic. It's Ivan.
A lot of times the phonetics, so to speak, are of accent. The 2-2. Out and around that. A little softly hit ground ball to Jeter. And that is out number 1.
Well, for the better part of 2 weeks, this has been the Sox offense. A robust 331 hits per game, runs, doubles, home runs. The offense has been there just about each and every day. But as you know, the injuries have really piled up, especially in that bullpen, and things have been rough out there.
Sox trying to take their second series in a row. They won 2 out of 3 from Baltimore. And this is the rubber match of this series. "34 runs were scored between the two teams in the first 2 games. We won the opener 9-4. They won last night 12-9. The old base on balls just absolutely did us in.
And if you'd asked before the game, will you take a game against CC Sabathia where you score 9 runs? You're pretty comfortable with the fact that you're going to come away with a win. But not last night.
That's low, and count 1-2. And a reminder, you can join the White Sox for Back to School Day that's presented by the Beatles Rock Band at U.S. Cellular Field. Enjoy gay performances and game features, kids' activities, and much, much more. Additionally, the first 10,000 children 13 and under will receive a free Back to School T-shirt. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. 2-2 the count to Paulie. Belly to the outside. Bring that ball into left. Get down. It will. Thank you very much. So the one out single by Konerko, and that'll bring up Andrew Jones.
I think Gardner, for an instant, thought that that ball was going to hang up long enough for him to be able to catch it. When he realized that if it gets by you, ball's going to be in scoring position, he pulled up.
Andrew grounded out to Nunez at third. Tacks it up, fouls it back. Eric Threets. They just put on the DL. Don't have to go through Tommy John surgery. That's a shame. He was really throwing the ball extremely low. That ball hit hard, too hard. It's going to hang up for him.
Fortunately, that had the same angle leaving the bat as Paulie's, but that ball hung up for Gardner.
So 2 down. Here's AJ.
Well, Threets had yet to give up an earned run all year, and same thing held true with his last performance. And unfortunately, that's fairly lengthy rehab. 12 to 18 months, depending on how quickly you're going to heal from.
AJ picked up her first hit in the second inning, 2 out. There's that ball hit at Granderson, back right in front of the Walgreens sign, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. We got 4 in the books, and we trail it 2-0.
with Brett Gardner.
Weather-wise, it's been a very good homestand, and we would certainly like to wrap it up at 4-2, but to do that, we got to win today.
Nunez 0 for 1. Hit into a 6-4-3 double play, but it was a little bit more than that. There's a little can of corn, and if you could miss that double play, poof.
You'll be seeing this one on a lot of highlight reels. The glove, the bare hand, and the pick at first. Got Gavin out of the inning.
So here's Savelli. He doubled right down the first base line. Want to know the count. Next pitch will be number 66. And there's a shot into the seats, and the count 2-1.
Outfield expecting that Cervelli is going to hit to the opposite field.
Omar. Good. Got him back. Drops the bunt down, so Cervelli.
Heads up play for Cervelli, who runs better than the average catcher. And he caught Omar in back of the bag. Heads up play, good execution, and no chance to get him at first.
So here's Gardner. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. He's 4 for 8 in the series with a couple of RBIs.
And we're not going to miss not seeing him anymore after today's game.
Well, this is the 5th. We check the 6th and final game of the year. In the first 4, he had 8 hits. He had 1 last night, and he's got 1 today.
Not to mention tremendous speed, which certainly helps him stealing bases, but also helps him in left field.
$21 to count to the 27-year-old Scooter. And a reminder, Friday, September 17th, Sox against the Tigers. Join the White Sox for halfway to St. Patrick's Day. First 20,000 fans 21 and older will receive a White Sox green cap presented by Miller Lite. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. You know what, Cervelli? He's 6 for 6 in stolen bases. Watch out, back off. Make it 6 for 7. He got a Lance Johnson jump right there.
Well, Gavin very calmly stepped back off the mound, and then it was easy. He held the ball on Cervelli, who wanted to go on first movement. Little did he know the first movement would go to second base. Lexi is waiting for him to arrive. Puts a tag on him.
And that pitch outside. Don't want to walk this guy.
Well, you'll walk him into a double because Jeter won't swing unless he steals, until he steals.
Full count to Gardner. A man in baseball history that you didn't want to walk. Wound up getting more walks than anybody in baseball history. Ricky Henderson.
Played 100 years.
And he walks. So the second walk. Issued by Gavin, and that'll bring up Jeter, who's 0 for 2. Jeter's going out to right. Then he hit a little soft line drive into a 4-3 double play.
AJ looking over to see if Joey might want to pitch out on the first pitch.
He's got a good lead. As the academic.
Don't have to worry about it now.
Well,
right into the slide step, and Gavin throws his 9th wild pitch of the year. He just steered that one right into the ground. Bounced off AJ. And the big run is out at second base.
2-6-0 for them, 0-3-1 for us. Strike right on the outside edge of the outside corner. Good pitch by Gavin. Back on the grass as he checks it up, fouls it off.
When you look at the active career hit leaders, Derek Jeter right on top.
And the 1-2. He gone. Big out right there for Gavin. We're halfway home. We need 2 to tie. Little bandana around his head, sweating his behind off, getting his behind kicked. Said he was a little hard out here today when he was at the ballpark.
Oh, I think it's a lot cooler now.
We got Ramirez, Tien, and Beckham coming to the plate, lower third of our order as we trail it 2-0. It's about time to get this guy.
See, it is a lot cooler. You have an ice pack on your head.
That ball hit high into left field. That's a can of corn for Gardner. 1 pitch, 1 out. Alexei now 0 for 2. And you can visit the official online shop of the White Sox. You can browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. So get your gear from the official source. Shop at www.whitesox.com. Martin, the strikeout victim, takes ball 1. Detroit 10-1 now, bottom of the 9th over Toronto in Canada.
Nice catch up in the LG Skyline Club seats.
That's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Top of the 8th in D.C. Nasty Nets still leading the Cardinals 4-1. That was nasty right there. And the count 2-2.
Yeah, that was well placed. And Nova's working on a cutter.
He's got it. That one right there.
Yeah, I don't think that you can spend any time at all on the same team with Mariano Rivera and not have a cutter.
Well, if you don't, you're not a very smart guy.
No. That ball was pretty close to unhittable at 92, right in on the hands of Tien.
And there's an off-speed pitch. 2 down.
Set him up with the cutter inside and then threw the curveball on the outside corner.
Well, that cutter will widen that plate out for a pitcher. It goes from 17 inches to 25 or 26 inches. As here is Beckham. He singles sharply into right field. Takes first pitch strike.
Nova's given up just 3 singles and has yet to walk anybody, which for a young man in his second start is pretty impressive.
And he has not thrown that many pitches.
Almost always delivers strike 1.
One and 2 the count.
Pretty impressive line so far.
That ball hit hard. Stretch. 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 It's off the wall. Gardner will get it back in. So the 2-out double by Beckham. With 2/3 of the way up the fence. Yeah.
Cervelli wanted it low and away, and Nova missed with it. That ball was inside, just missed leaving the ballpark. And Juan Pierre, who has been swinging the bat very well for the better part of a month and a half, get an opportunity to drive home the first Sox run.
And he's 0 for 2 this afternoon. He's due. Capacity crowd here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. Way high at 38,596 on Friday, and 38,811 last night.
And that's into right field. That's a base hit. Gordon's coming around. Turns with the throw. Safe. It's a 2-1 ball game on the single by Juan Pierre.
Juan drives in run number 36. Cuts the Yankee lead in half. He'd been trying to pull the ball the whole day today. And this time it turned into goal. Stearns makes a pretty decent throw, just not near in time. But it was low enough so that Pierre, as a trailer, couldn't go to second.
Now where Cervelli got that throw, he's not going to get anybody anyway. That far out in front of the plate.
You got to dive back and you're going to come up short.
Close. Here's Omar. He's 0 for 2. Rios on deck. .150 stolen bases.
And there it is with Carl Crawford in second place in the AL at 41. See Brett Gardner 36. Long way to go to catch Juan.
Got a good lead. Long set by Nova. And there's the strike to Omar.
Well, Nova has a long, slow delivery. And what he's trying to do is hold it long enough that Pierre will not want to run.
Two runs, 6 hits, no errors for them. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for us. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. There he goes. Save. Number 51, more importantly, in scoring position.
It was a tough ball to handle for a catcher and not a good throw by Cervelli, but because of the jump against Nova, there was no chance even with a good throw. Derek Jeter knows his first responsibility is the ball. Not going to get the out. He comes away from the bag on a ball that hits on the grass on the third base side, and there are no outs on the third base side on the throw.
Now Omar, pick him up, buddy. Right man, right spot, right place, right time, right now. Tops the foul on the breaking pitch.
Well, Cervelli probably wants him to bury a breaking ball in the dirt. Give him the confidence of saying, I'll smother it if you get it there. Or it could be halfway through this one, they're going to go through a different set of signs. Because Juan Pierre's been around a long time.
Yes, he did. And that'll retire the side. But we get on the board. We'll go to the 6th. It's 2-1 New York. protect that, Iowa State. Then Saturday at 11:30, Illinois and Mizzou square off on CSN, and Northwestern takes on Vanderbilt at 6:30 on CSN Plus. It all starts Thursday on Comcast Sportsnet. A tough inning right here. He's got to get through this one, the heart of the order.
Well, it is that, and because his team got him a run to cut the lead in half, now it's Gavin's turn to shut down this Yankee lineup. It's not quite as fearsome as it was before they had a couple of guys taken out. Berkman on the DL, Teixeira not playing today. That helps out a bit. There's still some thunder in the middle of his lineup.
Well, this lineup they're running out there is not going to cause you to run home and lock the doors.
Nope.
1-0 the count to Swisher. He has singled and he has popped up to Omar. Goes through that. 1-1 the count.
Three double plays to this point. It really helped Gavin navigate his way through the first five.
Chopped over into the Yankee dugout. Something breaking down in it wouldn't be bad.
Or something breaking.
He gone. 1 out.
Big first out. Now you get to face Cano with nobody on, and that's usually a pretty good thing.
Cano has grounded to second. He is lined hard to right field. Fakes first pitch strike. Cardinals did not score in the top of the 8th. It's still 4-1. Nasty Nats in D.C.
With Cincinnati winning, St. Louis on the verge of falling 5 games back.
He did not go, says Tim Timmons.
Well, the fans in the stands wanted that call, but he didn't swing.
That's borderline, very borderline right there. That could have gone either way. It's Academic. He gone. 2 down.
A good Floyd breaking ball in evidence here in the 6th. As he breaks that one down and in. Cano well over the top of it. Now we have to retire the villain over the last couple of games.
It's easy. Just don't make a mistake on it. Don't hang him one. If you hang him one, it's going to be 3-1. If you don't, it's going to be 2-1. Oh, chop foul. Tim's last night coming into that game was 1 for 15 against Johnny Danks. As there's a little two-hopper. Decent pitch. You get him there. 1, 2, 3 innings for Gavin. He needed that. So the bottom of the 6th, it is 2-1. Bad guys.
Congrats on your special day. It's well deserved. You've had a great career here in Chicago. Obviously a great teammate. It was an honor playing with you. So congrats, man. Proud of you.
We showed you our U.S. Cellular text message poll question a little earlier. Here are the results so far. The on-base percentage winning. Surprise. You still have time to vote. The final results will be on the U.S. Cellular White Sox postgame show.
All right, boys. Yankees lead at 2-1. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Rios, Canerco, and Andrew. Alex has struck out and grounded to short. Start us off right here, big man. That's foul straight back. Stone Pony's right.
Right through the heart of the order once again. And the bullpen is up and going for the Yankees.
There's a chopper, three hopper. Always a big out first out.
What's amazing, if you watch Jeter on that particular play, now Rios has terrific speed, but he kind of got turned around in the batter's box, and Jeter was taking a look at him as he was looking at the ground ball and realized he didn't have to hurry. That was a slowly hit ground ball, and Jeter knows that he's got plenty of time. He didn't rush it and gets it over there a full step ahead of Rios.
Here's Paulie. Paulie is grounded to short and single to left. Ron Noble. Paulie takes it low and away. Biggest crowd of the series, 39,433. And that's just a spinner coming up there.
We're at the point now where a guy who will depend on a curveball will have a tendency to hang him, especially young pitchers who are not used to this extended a performance. And he just hung two in a row, but fortunately for him and unfortunately for Paul, they hung too high. Keeps doing that, it's going to be a tie game.
Three-0 pitch on the outside half. Wow. Amazes me. Here you got a one-run ball game. You got a catcher, young catcher behind the plate. Look where he's sitting up on a 3-0 count.
Wanted him to hit the corner. He got it there.
I know it, but I'm telling you, it just amazes me. As there's ball four.
Well, Girardi, longtime Major League catcher, along with Dave Island, his pitching coach, I'm sure realizing that Nova has lost a whole lot of snap in the breaking ball. There's Andy Pettit right behind Joe Girardi. Talked to him early in the series. He's had a couple of pain-free throwing sessions. He's been lost to this club for 6 weeks.
So here's Andrew. He's grounded to third. He's lined hard to left. Sweet meat time right here. Checks it up, takes the low and away.
I think unless this is a double play ground ball, this might be the last hitter that Nova faces, because you got AJ. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's in the on deck circle.
And that is back off the facade of the upper tank down into the lower bowl, and the count evens at 1.
Yeah, Boone Logan throwing in the bullpen. We saw him last night for 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 1 hit. And a couple of Jabba Chamberlain's runs.
That ball hit hard. Anderson right there. That's a hang woof'em for Andrew.
I thought we could get to Nova before Girardi took him out. I don't think that's going to happen. He's very fortunate that this ball didn't find a gap. So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, that's going to be it for Nova. So in comes Boone Logan, and we'll step out and be back after these messages. Call to the pen is former White Sox left-hander, current Yankee left-hander Boone Logan. Logan at 1-0, ERA 2.59 out for the 35th time. There you look at the numbers. Left-handers have really struggled with him. That's why he's being brought in to face AJ.
Well, chances of being a first ball slider are probably a minimum of 7-1.
Well, if it is, and if AJ decides to go to left or left center with it, he'll have a good shot at
it. AJ is singled. He got picked up our first hit with 2 out in the 2nd inning. Then in the 4th, lined hard to Granderson in center. Fastball.
95. And threw it right by him.
Jay a little tardy on that.
Gary Wood throwing in the pen.
And that fastball is low and away to count 1-1. Now he's going to get it. That's off the end of the bat. Nunez very quickly up with it. It's a bad throw. Swisher did a heck of a job coming off that bag that quick to keep that ball from going into right field.
Goes as a base hit. AJ squibs it down third base line, and Nunez, who normally is a pretty dependable fielder, just throws it well wide of the bag. And Nick Swisher, part-time first baseman, realizing his first responsibility is the baseball. You worry about the bag if the baseball is in the neighborhood. If not, get the ball. And it appears that that's going to be it for Boone Logan. So as Kerry Wood comes in and Boone Logan walks out, we'll be back. that job has been manned for a long time by about the best in the business, Mariano Rivera. So Wood now uses a setup man. He inherits the tying and go-ahead run on the bases with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Alexei at the plate. He is 0 for 2. He struck out in the 2nd, went out to left in the 5th. That ball gets away to the backstop. Paulie into 3rd, AJ into 2nd.
4th wild pitch of the year. Cervelli didn't really help him out much because he tried to backhand a slider. This is just a little bit of laziness on the part of the catcher. Knowing there's runners at 1st and 2nd, you got to shift your body. You can't backhand that ball because there's nothing in front of it if it hops over your glove.
Now look for it. Sit on it, Alexei. Sit on dead red. And that pitch low away. Now he's got the catbird seat at 2-0. Mark Teahan on deck. Right man, right place, right time, right now. The 2-0 pitch. Alexei thought it was high.
And Kerry's comfort pitch has always been the slider. And instead of a fastball, he went to a slider. Normally when a catcher reaches up like that and pulls that glove down, he doesn't believe it's a strike.
Two and one to count.
Gardner in left field playing Alexei as a pull hitter. That one at 95. Cervelli wants it low and away. Kerry Wood throws it on the inside corner. But he missed his spot by 1.5 feet.
Come on, Alexei. Bristle up right here, buddy. Cinch it up and hunker down. And a full count.
Well, you can't look for any one pitch, but normally in this situation, Kerry Wood throws a slider. He feels he can get that over more often than he can get over the fastball. Let's see what Cervelli wants.
There was a slider. And it's a good thing he got it a bit away because that was a get me over.
And that one winds up down the right field line if Alexei gets a little more bat on it. Probably a little higher than he wanted it. Alexei was able to stay alive.
2 out. Ducks on the pond. And once again, the payoff pitch. Ball 4. He did not go. That'll load him up.
Cervelli going out now to talk with Kerry Wood. Because they do have a catcher at second base in AJ, and he's probably telling him he's not going to set up early.
So the sack's packed with Sox. 2 down. We trail at 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-6-0 for the Yankees. 1-6-1 for our guys. Here's Teahan. He's 0 for 2. Takes ball 1. Don't help him out. Let him squeeze it.
Gardner playing fairly shallow in left field. Granderson a step toward left center.
And the count 2-0. Catbird seat. There's one. And there's a chopper. Wood right where he should be, and that'll retire the side. So the Sox have a big threat. Can't do anything with it. We're into the 7th.
Sure, after sitting that long, that you're fully loosened up and you get the rhythm back that he's had for the better part of last couple of innings.
Here's Granderson to lead it off. 2-1 Yankees. Top of the 9th in Washington. 4-2 Nats over the Cardinals. Cincinnati has defeated the Cubs. They're up 7-5. Oakland leading Texas 2-1, bottom of the 4th at Rangers Ballpark. Watch out.
And that hit somebody down there. Very concerned look on the face of Curtis Granderson.
One and two the count. That ball hit hard. Andrew, yes. Got that breaking ball up. Fortunately, it still had a little bite on it.
Granderson just missed hitting it out. That ball went on the inner course of the plate, and Andrew with about a step and a half to spare.
So here's Austin Kearns. High and to left. 1. Kearns got a cookie right there and just missed it. 2 down. Here's Nunez. Takes first pitch strike. He's 0 for 2. He hit into a 6-4-3 double play that was just a sensational double play turned by the Sox. Breaking ball fouled down. And if you missed that double play back in the second inning, watch Alexa. And rack him up.
Sure helps to have a plus arm for a second baseman in Gordon Beckham. And they've got a plus arm at second base in Robinson Cano.
Cano from underneath has got the best arm of any second baseman I've ever seen.
It's quick, it's accurate, and it's very powerful.
Just off the outside corner. 2-2.
AJ wanted it away. Haven't got it out there just a touch. You see AJ trying to ease it over the outside corner.
And a full count. Savali on deck. And he walks him. Got way ahead of him. And that's the third walk.
And that's going to send the bullpen to work.
So here's Savali. A double and run scored in the third. He bunts single in the fifth. And here comes Coop. Don Cooper.
He wants to kill some time to get that bullpen up and ready to go. And it looks like Chris Sale. Now he's just thrown his first pitch. So Don's going to spend as much time as he can out there on the mound until Tim Sheeta goes out and gets him.
And you can listen to the postgame show on 670 The Score Sports Radio for your chance to win the next Walgreens VIP experience. Answer the correct VIP player of the game, and you could win 4 game tickets, a White Sox cap and T-shirt, and the opportunity to meet a current White Sox player. Here's Francisco Cervelli. Nunez picked up his first major league stolen base last night.
Last night, a night of firsts.
Just a short lead by Nunez.
It could very well be that one thing Don Cooper told Gavin Floyd, as pitching coaches will do in situations where the bullpen has just gotten up, tell Gavin, hold the ball, maybe throw to first, not to do anything but to give Chris Sale another 3 pitches every time you do that.
Pretty good pitch, didn't get that one.
Still's got some good movement, but it moved a little too much.
2-6-0 for them, 1-6-1 for us. 2 out. Nunez at first.
And that's really what he's doing by going over there, because Nunez has a negligible lead. In the meantime, if they do need Sale to face Gardner, if Cervelli does keep it alive, he'll be ready to go. They're going to need Chris Sale to face Gardner.
You try to do things or whatever it may be, even to get more time for your pitcher in the bullpen or worrying about the runner. Meanwhile, you got to get the hitter. You got to get the hitter. Cervelli comes in hitting at 240. He's 3 for 3 against us today. So here comes Ozzie. That'll be all for Gavin. Gavin pitched well. Pitched well. He gets a beautiful ovation from the fans. So Chris Sale comes on.
Sale on for the 8th time, an 0-1 record, a spotless ERA of 1.23. He inherits Yankees at first and second. It's still a 2-1 Yankee lead, and you're going to face a pretty tough hitter in Brett Gardner, who's had a particularly good year against us. But he's facing a guy that has a magnificent slider in Chris Sale.
And he has touched 102. 101 a few times, but 102 is the highest we've seen him. So here we go. 2 on, 2 out. Gardner has struck out, singled in a run, and walked. Talked to Chris before the game. He said he feels real good. That's the pitch at 99.
Well, this is going to be, I mean, the Sale we're seeing now is going to be completely different than if he's vying for the starting rotation next year. Because he's going to mix in that straight change and that velocity is going to come down. But right now, he's got a big arm.
And there's a strike in the count, 0-2. He's only worked since he was drafted 17 2/3 innings. That's counting the minor leagues and up here. So I asked him how many innings he had in college this year. He said right around 100. He said, again, he said, Hawk, I feel fine. I feel terrific. As did Matt Thornton. The 0-2. That one at 98.
He hasn't seen the slider yet. And that's the pitch that he's going to wipe him out on. Should be right here.
He said last year he worked about 160 innings.
I think that's what Kenny pretty much had in mind. Anywhere from 165 to maybe 170 this year.
Pretty good pitch right there. Didn't get it.
Well, he wasn't going to swing. Gardner wasn't going to swing at that first slider anyway. He just caught a break.
That's a strike. That is a strike.
Well, the ball had the whole plate. The only question being, was it high?
Well, he's been calling high strike the whole game. He's one of the best, but he missed that pitch. He gone. Change up. And that'll do it. 7th inning stretch. It is 2-1 Yankees.
Ladies and gentlemen, at Major League ballparks across America each Sunday, the singing of God Bless America is performed in support of our country and our men and women stationed overseas. Fans, please welcome newly signed Universal recording artist, 13-year-old Ellie Smith, for the singing of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet
Bottom of the seventh inning, 2-7-0 for them, 1-6-1 for us. It'll be Beckham, then back to the top of the order with Juan Pierre and Omar Vizquel. Gordon tonight, or this afternoon, is 2 for 2. A single, a double, and has scored our only run. Start us off right here, 15. Takes first pitch, fastball strike right there.
Young Ivan Nova went 5 2/3, gave up a run on 5 hits, fanned 7, walked just 1.
Hard slider, and the count 0-2.
Carey used to throw an unhittable curveball along with that same hard slider when he threw 98-99. Those days now are gone and out of the bullpen. He goes fastball, which is 94-95, and hard slider, which in the proper place is really difficult to handle.
Yeah, when he first came up, he had just Nintendo stuff.
Cervelli thought he had it. And the count 1-2.
Well, his 5th major league start was a 20 strikeout performance, 1 scratch hit in the infield, no walks, and just about as dominating performance as you'll ever see.
Yeah. The highlights, you could almost hear that curveball just watching the highlights.
Guys looked like you were almost chopping wood.
Well, it was very similar to the Strasburg curveball. You only see one of those curveballs come around every decade or so.
It's true. And Kerry had Tommy John surgery in 1998.
Stay on top of it. And that is out of play right side. That's a one pitch to Kerry. I always thought if he ever could come up with that real good changeup, that he would have been almost unhittable. Jeter got him. 1 out. Sox trying to take the rubber match of this 3-game set. We won the opener 9-4. Yankees last night won it 12-9. Sox again coming back and coming back. They trailed it 6-1, made it 6-5. And the Yankees with 4 big runs in the 5th inning. Bullpen just couldn't get it done last night. Gave up 5 runs. So when you bullpens, we've talked about it for a long time now. When you I don't care how good your starters are. I don't care how good your offense is. If your bullpen doesn't get it done, you lose. And as a general rule, your offense is only as good as your bullpen. But hopefully things will change. As I mentioned, I talked with Matt Thorne. He said he feels terrific.
Well, the bullpen is of vital importance because between these two teams, they only have 8 complete games. White Sox have 5, Yankees have 3. That means the bullpen has been in just about every one. If it's shaky, then it doesn't matter what kind of lead you have, you got problems. Doesn't matter what kind of offense you have, you've got problems.
Doesn't make a difference. Nope. As I said, it's a battle of bullpens. I don't care how good your starters are. They're only going to go 6 or 7 innings, and that's being good. There's a shot. Jeter's got him. That's a hang Wolfham for 1.
Well, Juan has really hit the ball well for the better part of, well, now going on 2 months.
So 2 quick out, and here's Vizquel.
Omar doesn't mind laying one down on occasion. Anything to bring Rios to bat this inning, representing the go-ahead run.
And that's foul back. And a reminder, Monday, September 13th. Remember that, September 13th. That's Monday. Join Ozzie and friends for a night of mingling, music, and fundraising hosted by White Sox Charities and the Ozzie Guillen Foundation. The evening will be highlighted with music featuring salsa icons Ruben Blades, Tito Nueves, Gilberto Santa Rosa, and Ocho Imas. That's low. So for more information on attending the event or to purchase tickets, visit whitesox.com/community. That is going to be fun. Outfield short. There's a shot. Watch out. Count hangs at 1-2. Top of the 9th in Atlanta, 6-4 Florida. That's the final now from Washington. Nasty Nats beat the Cardinals 4-2. Cincinnati beat the Cubs, so now 5-game lead. Took something off that breaking ball, got it up, and he just got a piece of it.
That was Wood's first attempt at a curveball, something that he doesn't throw much lately.
Rios on deck. 2-2 the count. And the 2-2. And another souvenir. Top of the 6th in Texas, 4-1 Oakland. Rockies shutting out the Dodgers 7-0. Top of the 5th in Denver. And another foul ball. And later on tonight, or this afternoon, Minnesota taking on the Mariners. They have just gotten underway out there. That's Pavano against French.
The Dodgers do go on to lose that. They'll be 3 games back of Colorado in the loss column, and relatively far enough back in the wild card chase to probably contemplate giving up the chase, because they got to climb over 4 teams to get there.
And that's ball 4. What a nice at bat right there. And that'll bring up Alex. The 2-out walk.
That's going to bring in Jabba Chamberlain. As Girardi comes out looking down to the pen, that's going to be it for Kerry Wood. In comes Chamberlain. Out goes Wood. And we'll be back. Who couldn't get the job done last night. He came on for a third of an inning, was charged with 2 runs on 2 hits. There you look at the numbers this year. The ERA has crept over 5. And right-handers have hit him better than left-handers, and that bodes well for Alex Rios.
Alex 0 for 3. He has struck out, twice grounded to short, so he's due. Vizquel at first. He is 7 for 12 in stolen bases. Just a decent lead.
That's a hard slider at 88.
And a wicked one. The tilt down and a big breaker.
There goes Omar, and that pitch fouled back. So the count 0-2. You got to cinch it up and hunker down right here. 51.
Well, also Omar, and I'm sure he's going to be most aware of this. The wipeout pitch for Chamberlain is that slider, and the best wipeout pitch is in the dirt.
If it hits the dirt, he's gone.
Well, unfortunately, so might Rios. But let's see if he's going to be a little selective here.
Outfielder deep, no double set, spread out. And that ball hit in the right center field, but not deep enough. Granderson is there, makes the catch. That'll retire the side. We're into the 8th, trailing 2-1.
Going to go through the middle of the batting order with the 1-run deficit and hold them right there.
Derek Jeter 0 for 3 today. He's going out to right. Hit into a double play, a soft line drive. Gardner was on the move, and he struck out in the 5th. 1-0 the count to the 36-year-old veteran, future Hall of Famer.
Sale in the sunshine, and Jeter and AJ immersed in the shadows.
Well, when that happens, you just hope you have the lead. Top of the 3rd in Seattle, no score. Twinkies and the Mariners. 2-0. No walks, especially to the leadoff guy. Come back and get him, Chris. There's one. Swisher on deck, and Robinson Cano in the hole. He did go.
Cut a break there because that ball was well low and out of the zone. Bob Davidson said he swung. This could be a huge turnaround if he can come back and get him.
And the payoff pitch. The dreaded leadoff walk.
Bobby Jenks starts to loosen in the pen.
So here's Swisher. He singled in the first. He popped to Omar in the third, and he struck out in the sixth. Swisher 5 for 11 in this series.
He does have 2 sacrifices this year, not normally associated with the sacrifice bunt.
Outfield straight up. And that pitch at 98. He wants another baseball. Jeter 14 for 18 in stolen bases, just has a short lead. And the count 2-0, so home plate jumping around, and here comes Coop. If you're just tuning in, Yankees with 1 in the second. That was a leadoff homer by Marcus Thames. Got a hanging slider from Gavin Floyd. Didn't miss it. They had 1 in the third. Leadoff double by Cervelli. An RBI single by Gardner right back through the middle. Sox got their run in the fifth. 2 outs. Double by Beckham. RBI single by Juan Pierre. Pierre then stole second, picking up his 51st stolen base. But that is all she wrote for runs. 2-1 Yankees.
And one of the things that Chris will have to work on as he heads into next year is a good move to first base.
Swisher can't get it, and the count 2-1. Some guys can improve it. Other guys cannot.
No, that one wasn't going to get anybody. Now there's a guy who has controlled the running game almost single-handedly.
Ball off the glove of AJ. So the wild pitch moves Jeter into second, and the count 3-1 to Swisher.
This is particularly frustrating in that the hitters don't have great visibility right now, and Chris can't find the strike zone.
There's a strike and a full count. $39,433. Payoff. He gone. Yes. 1 down.
Swisher ahead 3-1, then expands his strike zone. This ball is well out away from him. 114 strikeouts for Swisher.
So here's Cano. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded to second, line to right, and struck out. Struck out on a good biting. even though it was up a little bit. Curveball from Gavin. Breaking ball strike. Cano has a great plate presence. Very calm. Not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. Likes to look at a pitch. And that is foul. So the count, 0-2. Marcus Thames on deck.
Probably the game plan, without bringing Bobby in, if you can get Cano, will be to walk Thames, take your chances with Granderson, the left-hander, against Sale. All depends on getting Cano.
Checks it up. That's trouble. Dig in your pocket. Check swing. Excuse me, base hit.
And here comes Ozzie. So with Cano reaching and now the inability to pitch around Thames, Ozzie looks like he's going to Big Bobby. And Jenks will come in the game. Sale will depart and will be back. Called on not in a save situation, but in a hold him right there situation. Runners at first and second. Only one out here in the top of the 8th inning. And a very dangerous Marcus Thames.
We had 2 homers last night. He has 1 today. He's 1 for 2. That homer in the 2nd. He walked in the 4th and he grounded to 3rd in the 6th. So here we go. 2 on, 1 out. Fouls it straight back.
Love to see Thames ground into a double play. Then you wouldn't have to worry about Granderson, who's in the on deck circle.
And the count 0-2. Oh, has some good movement on it right there. Good sinking. That's inside 1-2. And that's out of play. Souvenir left side.
Probably got away with one there. He went to the off-speed pitch, and that ball was letter high. Inner portion. Timms hasn't missed too many of these, but he missed that one.
Right here, Bobby. He missed down. High, right side. Infield fly rule is called. 2 down. Don't ease up now. Here's Granderson. He's 1 for 3. But he has swung the bat well. First time up, he just scalded one into center field. Alex Rios made a nice catch on him with a screaming Mimi. And he singled back through the middle. And then leading off the 7th, hit a line shot that took Andre back on the warning track. That fastball up high at 97.
Well, big out here because Granderson has swung the bat better than any of the Yankees today, even though Cervelli has 3 hits.
Little nubber. Bobby, take your time. Low throw. Nice pick by Paulie, but he's off the bag. Dadgummit.
Well, you can't lollipop the throws ever. Inning stays alive. It's going to go E1. And now Don Cooper is going to come out and have a word with Bobby. This ball squibbed off the end of the bat. You've got all kinds of time. And a good call by Bob Davidson. He just steers this one right into the ground. Well, that's gone. You got to put that behind you and bear down on Kearns.
That was really close right there to whereas he had his foot on the bag or not. Of course, couldn't tell from that angle. Meanwhile, sacks packed, and here's Austin Kearns, who's 0 for 3 today. Outfield straight up. Omar, yes. Nice play going hard to his left. They get the force. That'll retire the side. Bobby pitches out of it. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 2-1 New York.
The big hurt, Frank Thomas had his number retired. Next year, a big life-size statue will be out there in center field to honor the guy. And of course, before the game, we finally were able to get that dadgum thing off. I'm telling you, they had that thing wrapped around there like they didn't want anybody to see it.
Frank throws out the first pitch.
And the unveiling by Carlton Fisk and Billy Pierce.
Well, you just saw a montage of some great highlights in a career that was packed with great highlights.
Right here, Paul Konerko will lead it off, bottom of the 8th inning. Takes first pitch strike, a little spinner. Run up there by Chamberlain. Paulie is grounded to short, singled, and walked. Andrew Jones on deck before a capacity crowd here at US Cellular Field.
Visibility not good right now. Chamberlain still in the sunshine. Paul and all the hitters in the shadows from the grandstand and the lights.
And there's a ground ball to Harper. Bobbled again. That'll be his first major league error, coming at a good time for us.
Well, he's got plenty of time if after he drops it, he picks it up cleanly. But he doesn't. And now Paul's going to leave for a pinch runner.
Brent Lillibridge. And here's Andrew. Andrew swung the bat well today, but he's 0 for 3. He's grounded to third, then he's lined to left, and he is lined hard to center, deep. There he goes, right away. He gone.
Well, Cervelli made just a perfect throw. And Lillibridge gunned down. This is the best throw of the series for Cervelli. And after the unexpected generosity of the air, right on the money.
You can see that one coming. And here's the 1-0 pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Now, Andrew. His only men really meant to light him up. AJ on deck. There's the fastball at 98. He took that pitch nicely. And that one as well, 3-1. Outfield swung around to the left, about equidistant, spread out and deep. There's a spinning, get me over slider.
Well, you can tell he's got confidence in a breaking ball, 3-1, with a man who would represent the tying run if you walked it.
And the payoff pitch. There's a shot base hit into left field. Boy, it's just a dadgum shame he couldn't get that one up.
Here's our Xfinity high-defining moment. And the Sox had an opportunity against Kerry Wood with the bases loaded. Arctean comes up, and unfortunately, it's 3-1 and out of the inning.
So here's AJ. AJ's 2 for 3.
Only out was a line shot to Granderson in the center. First and 30, May-J. Alexei on deck. Good lead by Andrew. That fastball strike on the outside corner.
Let's at the very least tie him up here before Mr. Rivera comes trotting out of that pen.
Who's that?
That guy from Panama that they have.
Oh, yeah.
Say he's got a chance to be pretty good someday.
Belly keeps it in front of him. And the count evens at 1. Let's get a little continuation hitting here, boys. Bottom of the 4th in Seattle, no score, Twinkies and the Mariners. We got our own business to take care of right here. A lot of room out there in right center. Out there in the patio area, that's the domain of the Bertucci boys. If he can hit that. Good lead by Andrew. And the count 1-2.
Rivera and Robertson. Robertson in no innings last night. Gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. Rivera had to come in to nail down the save and the win.
Two 8-1 for the Yankees, 1-7-2 for our guys. And the 1-2 pitch. Good pass at it by AJ, just underneath it. First and 30, right here. Ball gets away. AJ is out because it was a runner at first. Meanwhile, 2 down.
Called a wild pitch by Bob Rosenberg. As that slider in the dirt snuck under the glove of Cervelli. A huge break. There's now a base hit. Got a good chance of scoring Andrew Jones from second.
So here's Alexei. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. That was a good at bat he had off Kerry Wood. He was the first man that Kerry faced back in the 6th inning. Goes through that one at 99.
There's plenty of room on that left side because Nunez is playing a no double set on the line. Jeter is playing up the middle.
Lays off that slider. Big pitch coming up. 1-1. And that's off the outside corner. Close, good eye. 2 balls and a strike.
That was 100. If it's not a strike, doesn't really matter.
And the count 2-2.
Swung through a high slider.
That was the pitch right there. That was the pitch to hit.
Well, Gardner's not playing overly deep in left field. He's pretty much thinking on a base hit. He's going to try to cut down Jones.
Ground ball right at Cano, down on one knee, up with it, and that'll retire the side. We'll go to the ninth. It's still a 1-run Yankee lead. Eduardo Nunez, Francisco Cervelli, and then Gardner. Nunez 0 for 2 with a walk. Bobby Jenks. First pitch strike. Atlanta came back to defeat the Marlins. They were trailing big late. They win it 7-6.
They're trailing 6-1 in that game.
Top of the 6th in Denver. 8-2 Rockies over the Dodgers. 7-2 Oakland leading Texas. Bottom of the 7th. Chopper 2 hopper. And 1 out.
See if we can get this guy out once today.
He's 4 for 5 in this series. He's doubled and scored today. Had a bunch single, and then he had another single in the hole between third and short. Got his average up to 250.
Not to mention making what could have been the biggest throw of the day, cutting down Littlebridge at second base.
For us in the bottom of the 9th, Tien, Beckham, and then back to the top of the order with Juan Pierre. 2-1 Yankees with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. That strike evens accounted 1. Texas did not score in the bottom of the 7th. They still trail the A's 7-2. Omar couldn't get that one. Ball stayed down on him. It's going to be another base hit. 4 for 4.
He tried to get a running start on his jump against Gavin Floyd in the 5th inning, only to be thrown out at second base as Gavin just stepped off. You have to keep a close eye on him. Better than average speed for a catcher.
So here's Brett Gardner. 1 for 3. A couple of strikeouts, an RBI single, a walk. Takes first pitch strike. There's Tim Cheetah. Baltimore leading the Angels 1-0, top of the 7th out at the Big A. And that's chopped foul. So very quickly, Gardner in a big hole, 0-2. In case you're just tuning in, Frank Thomas Day here at beautiful US Cellular Field. There it is, right underneath the catch. Dwayne Wise to say Mark Burley's perfect game. Big hurt. What a career. 0-2. Jazz got a piece of that one. Phillies leading San Diego 1-0. That game in the top of the 6th out of Petco. That's Hamels against Clayton Richard. Clayton Richard for the Padres, 12-5.
He's having a great year out there. That entire pitching staff has been awfully tough. And they came into play today with a 6-game lead over the Giants.
One out. Cervelli, as we mentioned, 6 for 7 in stolen bases. And that's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gardner 4 for 9 in this series with a couple of RBIs. And that's slap foul. Right here, Bobby. Got to get out of here and get to work with that lumber. Just a short lead by Cervelli. All right. Can they turn it? No. Yeah, it's too quick.
Well, they were turning it about as fast as he could, and now Ozzy's going to come out to talk with Bob Davidson.
Look from up here.
Look from up here like
he was safe.
I thought he was safe also.
Taking a look and see.
They did it as quickly as they could do it.
Safe.
He's safe.
So now, here's Jeter with 2 down, and you got their main man, the main speedster, on first. Gardner with 36 stolen bases and 43 attempts.
Maybe the only question here is when you use a pitch out. Because you wouldn't think that Jeter is going to be swinging. He has not swung the bat real well in this series until he gives Gardner a chance to steal second.
He's 0 for 3 today with a walk. Gardner's got a big lead. Getting bigger. First pitch strike to Jeter. Derek's going to take one to let him go. Derek just not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. Never has been, even since he's been a rookie. Last year of his contract this season also, Mariano Rivera.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have any problems with the negotiating situation in New York. Quick move, but the hands in before the tag.
Another huge lead. Pitch out, nothing on.
That was a pitch out that was very close to a strike. Bobby, instead of getting it to the arm side, that is tantalizingly close. Watch this. AJ has to reach back just off the outside corner.
Huge lead.
Not a bad time to call another pitch out. Or is that good enough control that you can put him in a hole 2-1 if Gardner's not going?
There he goes. Safe.
.37th stolen bag. AJ did the best he could. Pretty good throw. Not in time.
So now 2 out, 2-1 to count to Jeter. Andrew Jones over towards the line. And look at the play by Kotze. Saves a run. A beautiful play by Mark Kotze. And then will retire the side. Mercy. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. We need 1 to tie.
Jeter's bid to drive in the third run. What an effort. Bobby gets over there, and it keeps it at a 1-run deficit heading into the 9th inning. What a play by Kotsay.
That's one of the better plays we've seen in a long time right there from the first baseman. And Carlos Quentin's come out to hit for Martin.
And he's going to face Mariano Rivera. Ramiro Pena takes over at third. He is the better of the two defenders with Alex Rodriguez out of the lineup. And Mariano Rivera picked up his 26th save last night in 28 attempts. The ERA dropped to 1.16. Very rarely would you think of taking out your left-hand hitter and putting in a right-hand hitter, but that's how good Rivera's cutter is to the lefties. You'd rather have righties face him if you had a choice. And the choice is Carlos Quentin leading it off.
Carlos hitting at 240, 24 homers. He's driven home 80. So here we go. Sit back, relax, and strap it down. Bottom of the 9th, a 2-1 Yankee lead. First pitch hunting right to Jeter. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring up Gordon. Beckham 2 for 3. A single, a double, and has scored our only run. .40-year-old right-hander, arguably the best closer in history. Yesterday or last night, he was throwing 2-seamers, a lot of 2-seamers in on the right-handers. But right here, 0-1 to count to Beckham. Close, didn't get it, and that evens the count. Juan Pierre on deck.
.552 saves. The other pitcher.
Good rip right there by Gordon.
The pitcher with over 500, Trevor Hoffman.
Well, again, it's the stage that Rivera has had. All the postseason. Pitching in New York. That might be the deciding factor if you get a group of, or a panel of guys sitting around to decide who indeed is the best closer in the history of the game. That would be the deciding factor.
He certainly had the opportunities and the big moments.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Now time is called.
Well, there's a flying object.
Yep.
Heading into right field. I think it's going to go foul.
And the 2-2 pitch. Just got a piece of that one. Come on, Gordon. Good pass at that one. He's had a couple of good pitches to hit, made good swings, but just underneath them. Another good pitch to hit and another good pass at it. Man.
We tried to work him away twice with that cutter.
Gordon really highly missed that one.
Well, what Rivera was trying to do was throw it at his left hip and break it over the inside corner. That ball got the whole plate.
Full count. Ball full base hit right here, buddy.
Juan Pierre in the on-deck circle. Good at bat so far for Gordon Beckham.
And that's ball 4.
Rivera did that last night with Andrew Jones. He puts the tying man aboard via the walk, something that he doesn't do very often. It's the 9th walk this year. And this is 49th game.
That's Eckersley-esque.
He did control, but that was a battling at bat by Gordon Beckham.
And he's got a decent lead as here's Juan. Juan's 1 for 4 with an RBI. First and 30. Makes the bunt, takes the ball. "15-year veteran." Still going strong.
Juan was trying to slap that at shortstop. Because Jeter was heading over toward the bag at second. Pena was charging straight in. Nobody was home on the left side. You see exactly what Juan's trying to do. That would have put runners at first and third, but he fouled it back.
Big pitch. As Juan takes a long look down at Jeff Cott going through his sequence. Big pitch coming in. There's a broken bat. They're going to go to second to get the lead man.
There's an example. There's not many second basemen that would have gone to their left on a broken bat, little looping one hopper, and still had the arm strength to get the lead runner. A lot of guys go to first base in this situation. Not Cano. Well, he just fires it across.
So with 2 out. Good speed at first. It's up to Omar. Omar's 0 for 3 with the base on balls. There you go. Good fake. That pitch is popped up, and when it comes down, this ball game will be over. So the Sox can only muster 1 run today, Stone Pony. Gavin Floyd pitched well. The bullpen did well. We only give up 2, but we lose the series. We lose the rubber match.
Well, the offense has been so good, and the bullpen has been a bit shaky, that the pitching today was terrific. The offense just couldn't get it done at the end of the day, and on an unlikely day for a 2-1 game, that's exactly how it finishes.
And our GMC player of the game is the 23-year-old right-hander out of San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic, Ivan Nova. He went 5 2/3, giving up just the 1 run, 5 hits, 1 walk, had 7 strikeouts. Our GMC player of the game. So for my partner, Stone Pony Steve Stone, our director Jim Angio, our producer Mike Leary, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark Harper, the executive producer Jim Pono Jr., and the man who runs